the secret of the successful people. This is what I've committed my life to doing. I told my mom when I was 16 years old, one day I'm gonna be successful. One day I'm gonna be successful, and one day I'm gonna help a lot of people. I always say this, pay the price today so you can pay any price in the future. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been threatened, I've been sued, I've been betrayed by friends, I've been ripped off, and I've been copied. I'm closing deals. I'm taking care of my family. I'm trying to get to 10x levels. It's been 30 years. 30 years. It's probably going to be 30 years for you too. Doubt, uncertainty, insecurities, rejection, disappointment, judgment. It's going to be 30 years of it. Are you willing to pay the price? Anybody thinks you're going to be successful without paying that price, you're wrong.
Patience. You know, because a lot of times when you're doing a side hustle, you can't wait for it to take over your job that you hate. Patience. And then audit your other activities. If your side hustle's ambition is to be your normal life, you have to scrutinize what you're doing on Netflix. You have to scrutinize Candy Crush. You have to scrutinize the movies. You have to scrutinize baseball cards and footy and sneaker collecting. If your ambition is your side hustle to become your actual hustle, the key is not how much you work, it's not even how much time you put in the side hustle, it's every other hour. Because every other hour needs to cut, be put into the side hustle, which speeds up the side hustle to become your actual hustle, and that's what a lot of people with side hustles want to happen. Let me give you the secret once and for all right here. Work. A lot. Everybody looks at the people that made it, and none of you looked at how they got there. Talk your truth. Create a framework that you can fucking follow. Talk your reality. Think about your fucking grandparents. They didn't have no internet. They had to work the job and go to sleep. I'm trying to become your excuse, your shield, your thing that you can point to. Because if you trip and fall, you guys are worried about failing. And I'm trying to get you to point at me and blame me that it didn't work versus blaming yourself so that it gives you the courage to actually start doing shit. I always talk about sleeping a lot. I also always talk about, like, if you love it, you know, look, anybody here, like, and definitely anybody listening or watching, if you really love it, like for real, not like you're kind of saying it because you're trying to get through your life. If you really love it, it truly isn't feel like work. Like school felt like work. And that was only like 9 to 3 with tons of breaks in between. And that was devastating. I talk a lot about hard work. There's not a whole lot of content coming for me on the weekends. I take 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of vacation a year. Like, what I'm doing is I'm maximizing my 15 hours a day, those during the week. But my only kryptonite is the health of my family. From the day I left school in May of 1998 to this moment, I've always been the operating partner of a business, every day. The fact that I've become cool to a lot of young people is a big deal, because now I've crossed the chasm into a different place where I'm able to redefine characteristics of coolness that excite me. If I can achieve making self-awareness and patience and gratitude and empathy cool characteristics of an alpha male, I might have a real fucking impact, man. And honestly, I have that audacity. There's a great thing that somebody said to me years ago, and I say it all the time. There's 2 ways to build the biggest building in town. You either just build the biggest building in town, or you spend all your time tearing everybody else's building down. And if there's anything on my last breath that I'm most proud of, is I'm out here just trying to build the biggest building. It would be the best if all 8 billion people had this mindset. You wouldn't have a single bad thing happen in society. If you actually cared about everybody else and didn't impose your own hurt on someone else.
So where do we start? Because you would say parents, maybe?
Yeah, I think you start with even the conversation. We start with this fucking film. I think that Steve Jobs came along, became an icon, but the sad part of that narrative was he did not treat his employees well. He became an icon, and the narrative became he got the most out of people by being a jerk, and that became romanticized. And a lot of people in Silicon Valley today run companies where they're mean because they think that's the right thing to do because they put Steve Jobs on a pedestal. I want my pedestal moment. I want to become that big. And what I want to come from that is that kids that aren't even born today think that they can build a $5 billion company and be a great guy or a great gal. And what I want to do is inspire 2 14-year-old girls in Kansas City right now to build a $1 billion company on having a bunch of employees hugging each other in the halls.
How many calls would I have to make? Is this even possible? He's doing part of it. He told me he's not tapped into all of it. He's hitting 70% of that number. If everybody walked out of here and said, hey, I'm gonna build a $4 million plan. I'm gonna tell you a little game I play. I got 14 little companies. I run 14 little companies while I'm doing deals, while I'm speaking to you today, right? I'm still running them in my head right now. I got them all open. I got browsers open all over the place. Counselor said, you got ADD. I said, I ain't got ADD. I don't know how to add. I multiply. I'm done adding a customer. I want to multiply customers. I don't want to add orders. I want to multiply my orders, okay? I consider myself a decent salesperson. But it doesn't matter if you're a great salesperson. If you don't add business to the sale, if you don't become a business person, you can't build out zeros. Because you're gonna hit a place where they can't pay you anything, right or wrong.
Bird needs fuel, a lot of fuel. Everybody asks me, hey man, what's it cost to fill that thing up? Don't worry about that. What do you need to stay fueled up? What do you need to stay in the game, to stay excited, to get the success you deserve? Quitting can't be an option.
Success must become your duty, okay? Come on, man. Get your own damn bird. You can do this. You can do this. Don't quit, ladies and gentlemen. Don't quit.